Alright, so for the tuning here, best I can figure, drop D tuning. Everything seems to work pretty well with that. Can't say for sure exactly what tuning they're used. They might do like a standard D or something, but seems like the drop D is just fine. So we got the DAD, GBE, and this initial intro section, I do more of like a finger picking thing that's going on here. This may very well be like two separate guitars or like a bass and a guitar or something, but if you're trying to do the whole thing together, I definitely do kind of just like a thumb and like index finger just going back and forth, you know. And all we're doing really is just changing the spot with that. The first spot here, we just go between the 3A and the open low D, and we just crank that out like 8 times. Up to the 5 in the open D. And then just repeat those 2 spots a couple times. And then this is kind of like the trickiest spot here, which may lead me to believe that they're doing like a standard D tuning, but other than like this one spot, everything else seems to work fine and a lot easier than a standard D would. So bit of a stretch, but if you work at it, you can get it, I think. And if it's too much of a stretch, then you can just kind of like, you know, hit one of the notes, or, you know, I don't think it'd be a huge deal. But we're going between the 3 on the A and the 8 on the low D. Okay. And then we just do that 8 times, move to 5s on the low D and the A. Alright, about 4 times or so. And then at that 5s, we just do that 4 times there, because we do a little walk up where we'll go, coming off of just the 5s, we go 7 5 7 5 8 5 8 5. Okay, and then we just kind of keep the 8 on the A, lift off the open low D, and just go between the 8A open D 8 times to 7A open D 8 times. Alright, repeat the 8 open to 7 open again. Alright, then we just make 8s on the D and the A. Then we move over to 5D with the 7A about 4 times. We kind of walk that up. We go 8 on the A to 5 a couple times. Then we'll just bar here and we go 5 middle D, 5 low D a couple times. And then just come off to a big open low D there. And after that point, then we just kind of get into more like, you know, pick style, like strumming, wailing away and all that jazz. So initially we just kind of started a big D octave. So open low D with the 5A 7G there. All right, middle D is muted. If you want, I guess you could try to make it open there. That'd be fine. But I don't want to worry about it. So just wailing away on that. And we do it about, I don't know, I'd say 12, 13 times. And then we finish just dropping down at the C octave, the 3A, 5 on the G for about few. Okay. And we just crank that out 4 times. And the next section, back to the D octave, the 5, 7 with the open low D. And this is more just kind of like a shuffling strum through this, like a... Alright, just play around with that a bit, try to like, you know, match what the drums are doing there. And then we do this progression up here where we bar the 5s, alright, on the low D and the A, have a 7 on the middle D and the G, and we want this 5 on the B. Alright, it's just kind of one hit. Then we bump up to the 7s on the DAD. We want this kind of flat 6 kind of vibe here. Maybe not in this tuning, but just 10 on the G. Alright, so we got 7s with the 10. And then just kind of resolves it at 8 on the D and the A, and then 10 on the middle D, G, and we want the 8 on the B. And you can give the 8s on the D and A a few strums, and we do this little subtle hammer from the 8 on the middle D to 10. So we went. then we just crank through that whole thing, you know, about 4 times. And at the very end, we just kind of stay on those 8s with the 10s and just be more little like quarter note dynamic hits with it, like that type of deal. Finish out the section. And then the next section we get to, it's kind of like this descending, just alternate strumming. We do open D, 8A, 7D, just shuffle strumming through it, and then drop down to this 3A, 2 on the D and G, same kind of feel. Alright, and then we just go to 5 on the D and A, 7 on the D and G, and just finish that out about twice as long. Alright, next section is just big open D power chords. So open D, A, D there. Just wail away on that alternate strumming. And then the final kind of 4 strums of, you know, about 16 strums or so, we mix in this 3 on the middle D and a 2 G for about 4 strums. Okay, just kind of a subtle little thing at the very end there. And after that pattern, there's just kind of like what's happening at the outro. And it's more just like this octave walk down. Kind of the bass is doing a lot of like the overall progression going on here. So we start with the D octave with the 5A, 7 G, and that's kind of like the octave shape we're looking for, just the A and G string there. And with this, we're just strumming away, you know, about 4 measures or so. And then down to the C at the 3 and 5, same deal. 1 and 3. We stay on this twice as long. And then it kind of does an alternate where we do the 5 and 7s again. Then we take it higher to 10 and 12. And then to the 1 and 3.